name of the Orville episode we just finished watching? Identity?
I would like to remind everyone that this show is brought to you by the Dolphin Wars.
Hello, everybody. How is everybody doing in the chat? As always, when we have a schedule bump in the road, we go into semper gumby mode and to be flexible and ask people to come on, and which I did, and so we have a impromptu panel out here. It's Catch On. If anybody else wants to join the panel, please click on the pinned link out there, and we shall get started. Let's get it started. Let's get it started now. We were singing that in the green room. So, welcome to an episode 48 of King Dolphin TV, and we are, again, this is Semper Gumby, which is we're just gonna play catch as catch can, and we will see how the mayhem goes on. Let us right now, again, if you want to come on, please click on the link. If you are new, which I think everybody's pretty much constant guests here, please like, subscribe to the channel. And we are currently at we are currently at 150. We are holding at 155 subscribers. 155 subscribers out there. So we're hopefully we can get more people here and continue to have fun. Hey, PJ. So let me welcome who we have right now on the panel. We have Cobalt and Pudgy. How are you doing?
Hello, Mr. Raymond.
Hello, Pudgy. Oh, you just opened the door, huh? Opened the door to come on in, huh? And,
yes, that's right.
And Cobalt, I know, has been in the background, so we got you two. We also have the electronic genius, Mark's 47. How you doing, buddy?
I wouldn't go quite that far, but hello.
I'm glad you could come on such short notice.
Oh, I had no problem. So much not going on.
Well, it's when a schedule bump happens, you gotta go with the flow. Let's see. Okay, and then we have the wrench team supreme. We have Philo, Legatus Legionite. How are you, my friend? And glad you're out there along with the other wrenchers, ready to face down any bad guys that are out there. We also have Order Pupas! You bar hanging from the chandelier, ready to eat bots. And then we've got John Rendo, who has come on. Yeah, John Rendo has come on, and he said he may be on later on in the panel, but he is out there wrenching and ready to slap people around. Yes, for all things Dolphin Wars, go to Linktree, the Dolphin Wars.
.com.
And for Zazzle stuff, go to Zazzle stuff. Get all sorts of cool Dolphin Wars stuff. Let's see. Snort says, have no fear, the bear's in the chandelier. Cool. He will leap down as he needs to smite those bots. And so let us welcome who we got in the chat right now. We have got... Oh, snort. I tried to take an impromptu nap earlier, but the lawn people showed up with their atomic-powered trimmers and blowers. Oh, yeah, they're loud. Yes, they're loud. Let's see. Okay. So now let's welcome the chat. Before we get started here, we have got, so far, the Comic Relief Crusader. We've got Lenrod, the master of music. And we've got PJ from Orville Nation. Hey, PJ, you want to come on? Please, come on. Come on in. The link is in the pin, and I will also put it out there again. And hello, Tim the Enchanter. How you doing, buddy? Oh, so we are going to have puns today. It's a punny Wednesday. It looks like Legatus has already been doing stuff. Pun-wise. Let's see. Okay. Hey, John. How you doing?
All right. How you doing?
No, not too bad.
See you all.
Not too bad.
All right. I'm here. Yeah, there I am. Okay.
Yeah, we got you.
I sometimes don't know where I am. So, how you doing, Marks?
Don't you usually have to pay for that mindset?
Oh no. I've had a life like that for 57 years now. I don't know where I am. If I did, I'd know what's going on, and then I could control things.
Okay, Legatus says, what do you call a bee that can't make up its mind? A maybe. Yeah. Well, I have a serious news item. This is really a serious news item. I have to share this thing. I have to share it. This is just absolutely amazing. Share screen. Okay, where is it? Okay, there we go. This was where, okay. Stardate 0141.7. After 200 years of successful service in the Terran year 2155, it was decided to once again upgrade the engines in the B-52H to ensure many further decades of operation. Block 117-85 specifications skipped completely over the previous plan to replace each dual engine pod with single turbofans and instead remove the wing pylons completely, installing a pair of new space warp propulsion units designed for a future heavy cruiser class. Rumors swirled that the Buffs were so good at their jobs that the Constitution class was close to outright cancellation, but in the end, the demand for better crew quarters and replicators won out. Buffs remained in active service until well past the end of the Dominion War and served valiantly in the Battle of Wolf 359. And to show Starfleet's ingenuity, let us see the picture.
Awesome.
Okay, I thought you said P-52, and I was like, what is he getting on about? All right.
Iconic. And actually, the guy actually made this is a CGI rendition, but he actually made a model kit bashing the nacelles to the to an actual B-52 model.
Wow.
I only ever tried to build one Enterprise model, but the one I did was the 17 or the A refit or the refit. I can't remember which one it was, but man, those pylons did not want to stay on, no matter what kind of glue I used.
Mm-hmm.
Well, since you've invoked Star Trek with a really spiffy story and a spiffy image, I must say that if you think about it, John almost looks like the actor that plays Cybok from Star Trek 5.
I agree 100%. Yeah.
Although John looks
Lawrence
better
or something like that. Lawrence. Now I have to look it up.
Yeah.
So you show the picture and read the story, and the first thought was why does God need a starship?
That's
At this point, it's cheaper than buying gas.
true. That's true.
But
Ooh, I was
I'll take
close.
that as a compliment. I like the first 5 minutes of that movie.
I was close. Lawrence Luckinbill.
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
Yep.
Speaking of that movie, piece of trivia for you. I don't know if I had mentioned this here before. I know I mentioned it to Baron Norman Tag once. Was the bald fella in the first 5 minutes of that movie who was digging in the holes? He was also in the episode of Star Trek, the original series, that had the gunfight at OK Corral. He was one of the cowboys.
Oh, okay.
And I can't remember his name for nothing, but I saw that. It was like, oh, wow. That's strange.
Wow. Yep. Let's see. Yeah, so maybe a little later on in the show, I actually pull up the picture. I thought I saved it along with the CGI, but looks like I didn't. Let's see here.
Oh no, I just had a terrible thought.
Oh,
What?
no.
What?
You know the Great Barrier that separated that planet where quote unquote God lives in the Star Trek universe?
Mm-hmm.
Shakari.
That's
Shakari.
Shakari. That's a deep enough reference that I can totally see either Discovery or Picard season 3 doing.
Oh
Don't.
no.
Don't even.
No.
Please, I just ate.
Yeah.
Does your brain hate you? Is that what it is? That's what happens when I start thinking about the shows.
Although it would certainly explain a lot of how the Kelvin universe was created. Quote unquote God is sitting there. He's been pissed off this and sorry for him. And he's been mad this entire time. He's like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to split the universe. I'm going to make things 25% different.
What have you read the Peter David novel Q and Law, or not Q and Law? Q squared,
Boy,
or the one with Trelane and Q?
Yes, I've read that one.
It was the hardback, and it explains that the Great Barrier and the Galactic Barrier were both erected by the Q continuum to keep those entities out of our galaxy, or contained in that case.
Oh.
Because they're one. Well, let's see. One or both of them was trying to corrupt Trelane, and they stuck the God creature in the center of the galaxy and stuck the Great Barrier around him. And then the entity that kind of carved off a piece of itself and went into Gary Mitchell and Elizabeth Banner in Where No One Has Gone Before, was another entity that they had tangled with in that same novel, and they created the Galactic Barrier to stick that thing out and keep it away from us. And it only sort of worked. That's why in the book they were like, leave the barrier alone. And Picard was like, well, not unless you're going to tell us why. I don't.
So it's kind of like
Okay, who's jamming up here, or is it me? So let's
no,
see.
the cat's upstairs. It must be somebody else.
Yep. Okay, let's show you some other pictures.
Okay, I found the actor's name.
Oh,
Rex Holman was the guy you were talking about.
Yes, that's it.
Oh, okay.
And that's an easy name. That's why I forget it.
Oh.
And Hill Tiger Stripes.
Hi, Tiger Stripes. Yeah, we got a few latecomers in. So we have
that's the best part about those original movies. Paramount was doing things that were both profitable, but also made financial sense when they were using those movies. It's like, we already have a core of actors and actresses that have worked on the movies. We can put appliance and makeups and costumes on them in this movie, and then next movie they'll be in something else. And people, they made a very good living just working on those movies. Where they paid big bucks? No, but they can say, well, I was in Star Trek 1, 3, all the different movies, and and then somewhere along the way they decided, what we need to do? We need to pay every single big name actor $10 million, and then we're gonna drop $25 million on a completely redesigned Enterprise. And remove all the practical effects and replace them with CGI, which costs even more money.
Exactly.
All those holographic displays.
And then take a tax write-off on it all.
Of course.
Yeah, exactly.
The latest people that have come in, welcome Deef. Hello, Captain Fandom Nerd. And hi, Tiger Stripes. I'm glad you three are here. Tiger Stripes, if you want to pop on in, or please do so. The link is out there. And we're showing off Star Trek pictures. All right. Here's the actual model.
Oh, wow.
The kit bashed model.
Awesome job.
I'll take that.
So will I.
Wow.
It definitely looks nice, but makes me wonder why they did not attach the nacelles to the actual wings.
I thought the same thing. And
Might have to do with the way the warp field works.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Let's see, and then let's see. And then a more contemporary one. I like this one.
Yeah.
I'd like to take that chart right there, and black out the terrestrial stuff or the current modern day real stuff, like the B-52 or whatever that is.
That is a B-52.
And then hook up the current writer's room, Picard and or Discovery or Strange New Worlds, and make them identify each one of those classes. And for every answer they get wrong, they get shocked.
Yeah.
And by sock, we mean putting them in a large sock and then beating them over the table.
Oh, socked. Sure, why not? Socked is good too.
Oh, yeah.
I prefer 120 volts.
Oh, shocked.
Shocked.
That
Yeah, shocked.
Oh, shocked.
That works too.
shocked the
I'm okay with
monkey,
that.
shocked the
Electrodes.
monkey, shocked
So they
the
might
monkey.
enjoy that. They're those kind of people.
Yeah. And
You
then
never know.
Depends on
last
where
of
you
the-
attach the electrodes.
And there's the last of the.
Yeah.
You get an electric car charger and you zap them on the belly button.
Oh, ow. That would hurt. That would hurt.
Are we talking a level 1 charger, Pudgy, or a level 2?
Pudgy doesn't know.
Wait, where did you get an electric car for the forest?
There's some squirrel named Elon. He has this great idea on how to electrify everything.
Okay.
Let's see. I guess a Tesla runs on like 600 or I think 600 plus volts.
Yeah.
You could use one of those instead. I was content with just using the household wiring, but hey, Tesla battery pack would do just fine.
That would work.
Works
Well,
when the
let's
power goes
see.
out.
Start with Terry Metalis.
Yeah. Legata says access to via the Jeffries tubes would have been too difficult in that they were in the wings. They would have had to crawl all the way and back again. Yeah.
That didn't stop them from detaching the warp cells in Discovery. I'd love to know how they access those. Well, they probably
Yeah.
just beam in.
Yeah, who's Jeffrey anyway? Why does he have his own tubes?
I don't
Where
know.
he got
but,
stuck.
yeah, he probably got stuck in the tube and they died there. And he died
Oh.
there and they named the tubes after him.
Now
Hey,
Jeffrey, yeah.
Captain
Yeah,
Fandom
Jeffries.
Nerd, how are you, sir?
Doing well. How are you?
Good. How'd you like my my collage of updated star or vintage starships?
I loved them. Absolutely loved them.
And you know the thing is that plane is probably going to last that long.
At least.
Yeah, at least.
Considering that the plane is like almost 3 times the age of its average aircrew now.
Yep. Indeed. Indeed. Maybe I should put that in a. Maybe I should put that in a Dolphin Wars book. Ponder, ponder, ponder. Yeah.
Hey, with
So-
proper maintenance, things can last.
Oh yeah. True.
Yeah. In space, the structural issues wouldn't matter as much.
Yeah.
And in space, no one can hear you rust.
I just
And the thing is, most of the planes had been sitting alert, so they didn't see a lot of the heavy rough flight time.
Yeah.
As the other planes did.
Well, didn't they keep them in a constant rotation in and out of flight maintenance,
Yeah. Yeah.
upgrades, and
Mhm.
back and forth like that?
That's where Pudgy got its electric car, the Acme catalog. Oh, there's a plug for
yeah.
Acme. There's a plug for Acme. Hold on.
Makes perfect sense.
Yes. Time for the Acme plug.
And luckily, he's a hedgehog and not a coyote.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep. Oh, and
Yay!
yeah, coyotes are bad in the Pudgy world.
Well, the good news is most of them have gone away.
All right.
Yep. Awesome.
Let's see something here. Come on, Raymond. Get it together. There. Acme Aerospace. There you go.
Oh yeah.
Acme.
See, I would put a poster like that on my wall.
Yeah.
I think the coyote and the rocket would need to be bigger, but the concept is perfect.
Yeah, that's
pretty
a
cool.
that is absolutely awesome.
What would be absolutely awesome is if someone was able to turn that into a penny stock, and trade it on the pink sheets.
Oh yeah.
Like Wolf of Wall Street. I got this great state of the art company that's worked in aerospace, and they're working on a rocket division. And you can buy shares of this stock for 1 cent each, and it's got 1,000% upside potential.
Yeah.
Well, if enough people invest in it all at once.
Yeah.
Pudgy would like to remind everyone that this is not a financial channel and you can lose your money if you invest improperly. Always do your research and don't listen to any financial advice from Cobalt.
That's right, Pudgy.
And all discussions relating to securities fraud is entirely for entertainment purposes only.
Yeah.
Well, if you actually do build a rocket, I mean, you did something right.
Yeah. Sandra says he needs to get his stuff from ECMA so it'll work.
Oh,
ECMA.
mirror.
True story. Every time I ever consider, and I start to feel, pretty good, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take $100. It's never anything crazy. I'm going to take $100. I'm going to buy a share of this, or I'm going to invest in that. As soon as I think it, the market immediately drops 500 points. So
It's the best time to buy.
if any of you have any financial inclinations, ask me on Twitter how I'm feeling. And if I feel good, do the opposite.
And when you say that $100 thing, that just reminds me of when I was working with some friends of mine back like 12 years ago, and we were talking about Bitcoin. We said, I'll put $50 in. We don't think it's going to do anything, but every time we do the math, we want to beat our heads against the wall, just like anybody else, I'm sure.
Yeah, ain't that the truth? But you know what? If you would put the $50 in, it'd be worth $1 now.
Yeah. Yes.
I don't know. My luck
idea
may
how
not be
that
that bad. might made a few bucks. I would have chickened out, 8 years ago and sold at $3 instead of 60,000.
I love
That's
how
good.
it's 6:28 and I'm now getting my notification on my email about this episode coming on. Thank you, YouTube.
Yeah.
Thank
Hey,
you.
Raymond, did you know you're live in 28 minutes ago?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Fix the
Well, it could
notifications
be
on my
worse.
phone.
I could have not pushed the button and we'd still be in the back room chilling out
Yeah.
and chill streaming.
Oh, that was a fun one anyway.
Yeah, it was. I
Well,
originally
Pudgy now knows to look for the little red square in the upper left corner of the screen. And if that red square isn't there, that means we need to remind Mr. Raymond to push the button.
good words of wisdom.
Yep.
Yes, that was more proof that I needed Sandra here than anything. And speaking of which, I was remiss in welcoming her. But hello, honey. How you doing? The wrench wench. Try saying that 10 times fast. Sandra! Yay!
Hey.
Yay!
Hail, Sandra.
Yay.
Not that button. Yeah, and Legatus would have said, I would have been. Yes, he was an able assistant. He was calling it out in the regular chat. Raymond, King Dolphin, where are you? Okay, who is echoing? Okay.
Hey.
Hold on.
Yep.
Ooh.
It's Pudgy's girls again.
Pudgy's girl, the Sargente calling you, Pudgy.
No, Pudgy doesn't need car warranty. Leave Pudgy alone.
Well, he does have an electric car now. I mean,
Yes, he does.
Did you guys see
Your car warranty is expiring, Pudgy.
Did you guys see the Mark Roper video the other day?
No.
They switched from glitter bombs with porch pirates. You see the porch pirate glitter bomb thing that they did?
Yeah.
Where somebody stole it and they lifted the lid, and as soon as they did, it locks, so you can't put the lid back on, and it spins out glitter everywhere, and then it starts with fart spray, and it's recording on 4 cell phones all at once and uploading the video footage into the cloud in case they don't get it back. And they started doing stuff to the call centers in India.
Oh yeah, that was a great video.
Yeah, but they did something similar with the glitter bomb. They just used cockroaches.
No, snake bombs.
At a particular time, it started releasing cockroaches into the call center. And they equipped a motorcycle helmet with a portable fogger so it would start smoking.
Yeah, that was a great video, especially when they took a box of Benadryl and then they put stickers on it and made it Viagra, and then put the boss's name on it and left it in the bathroom.
Yep.
Oh.
So the entire Indian call center is like, hey, did you know that Jaresh is using Viagra?
Oh dear, oh dear.
What
that's
a world.
next level trolling right there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah,
That
plus
Dave Chappelle meme. Modern times require modern solutions, or modern problems require modern solutions.
Mm-hmm.
As far as I usually go, since they're all calling from India, I usually just say, gosh, you sound like you're a lot from Pakistan. Like, excuse me, son, I'm not from Pakistan. You sound exactly like my buddy. He's from Pakistan, and you sound exactly like him.
Okay, YouTube. This is not political. This is merely tongue in cheek.
Yeah, it's not
don't
politics.
slap us or don't slap us down.
That's how the next Indo-Pakistani war started.
Suddenly Pudgy's on an adventure to Pakistan.
Pudgy doesn't know where that is.
Well, it's west of where you're at now.
Oh, okay.
Or
Yeah.
east, depending which way you're facing.
That's true. That's true. But of course, since the world's all tipsy-toddled anyway, so
Yeah.
yeah. So Cam Fandom Nerd, how has your week been?
Week has been good, actually.
Good. Yeah.
How about you?
Oh, not bad, not bad. We've been watching the Orville here and there. Really good at. We're just about caught up to. We're just about caught up to Jill's reviews. No, I think now we're ahead. Now we're ahead by one episode. But yeah.
Hey, Mr. Raymond.
Yes, Pudgy.
Pudgy started watching Orville too, and it was really yummy.
Wait, Pudgy.
Orville Redenbacher.
Mm-hmm.
Did it say popcorn on the box?
Yes.
That's not the Orville that they're talking about.
Yeah, wrong Orville.
Oh,
Sorry, Pudge.
okay.
But was still yummy.
I just got a quick image of Pudgy wearing a polka dot necktie like Orville Redenbacher.
Yeah.
That'd be good looking.
Don't tell Orville Nation, but I'm hoping that the Orville's delayed.
Why?
Well, because Maria with Tiantelli has already agreed that if it's delayed again, she's going to wear one of Orville Nation's thongs.
Thongs?
Mhm.
Oh my.
Thong.
Huh.
Thong?
So,
Wow.
Okay.
so I'm hoping that the show
Wait,
gets
I,
a day or two.
do you mean the shoe or the slingshot?
The slingshot.
The slingshot.
Oh.
Mm, that sounds dangerous.
Yes, it does.
Yep.
Yes, it does.
And PJ will kill me if he's still here listening.
Oh, I'm sure he is. I'm sure he is. Yeah, Star Trek. Sandra says it's the most Star Trek thing right now.
Yes,
On
it
TV.
is.
Hmm. Yeah. I saw the first episode of strange new weird new strange new
New World.
weirdness, and I went in there with an open mind, but there's stuff that
I tried to do the same, but I think I'd already heard one or two people's reviews that were like, "Oh no, they didn't," and sure enough, oh yes, they did.
yes, they did. Yeah. Yep. So,
I went into it having not seen or heard anything about it, so I watched it. I'm going, okay.
She just called your communicator a phone.
Yeah.
yeah.
Communicator was making the wrong beeps.
Hmm.
Well, I know those are minor things, but
Yeah.
they're not hard to get right either.
Well, that's what happens when you don't get the Bluetooth pairing right.
Well, and then he docks the communicator to his TV, and it's a two-way video. And suddenly, it's well, I mean, that's actually a cool idea. It's just too bad nothing over the last 50 years of canon ever backed it up.
Yeah. Sandra, I think, says it all. Too many canon violations and stupid violations to enjoy it.
Maybe
I
just hit
think
mute and played at 3 times speed with the Benny Hill theme.
Beat that? I didn't. Sorry, I didn't.
No, you know what would be even more funny? Use
What?
Lawrence Welk.
Ooh.
I just heard use Lawrence. What?
Lawrence Welk.
Lawrence
A
Welk.
one and a two and a.
With or without the mowing machine.
I think we're all dating ourselves with the Lawrence Welk thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember going to grandmother's house on the weekends back in the 70s, and every Saturday night is Lawrence Welk.
A one and a two and a bubbly blue.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
A wonderful.
God. And of course, the last time I saw my grandmother, unfortunately, she was going through Alzheimer's, and she was arguing with Lawrence Welk on the television. And it's like, oh, man. On one hand, it's, tragic and sad. And on the other hand, I had to get out of the house because I was going to laugh my head off.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, Mark, do you have any latest electronic stuffies?
I can't remember what I can't remember what I've shown you. I did make an upgrade for R2 for ICCC when I went up there.
Oh, yeah.
But,
That's right. You went to the convention with
Mexican
you
Iron
went to
Man.
the convention.
Yeah. Hung out with Mexican Iron Man up there. Met some of the Echo Base Network people. Had a really good time. Went shooting for the first time. Not at least with a handgun anyway. I did upgrade R2 a little bit. I don't know if you can see. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yes, R2. Cool.
So let's see.
Oh,
Can't really see it that well.
I could see. Oh, that's cool.
That's great.
Oh boy. You put the cigarette lighter in.
And I made it so that, let's see.
Huh.
You can change colors.
Oh, it does change colors?
Well, it was red, now it's green. I can do blue.
Hmm.
Let's see. There. We go.
Welcome back, Lenrod.
Yeah, my computer just crashed.
Ow.
Oh dear.
Don't
Nice
you
blue
hate-
screen of death out of nowhere.
Don't you hate it when the traffic light turns green when all 4 traffic lights turn green?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
And
You've been
get
to
the blue-
Scranton?
You get the blue screen of doom. The blue screen of doom. Let's see.
Yeah, then the install screen appears that says Windows 9.
Uh-oh. I'm still running Win 7.
Yeah. Yeah. I was told by someone in the know, do not go. I've got a 10. And he said, don't even think about putting in 11.
No.
No, it's bad.
I've been out of the IT game for quite a while now, but there's no way I'm putting an OS on my system that requires me to log in, and it tells Microsoft every time I'm logging in or has to authenticate off of one of their servers.
Yeah, no, that's bad.
No.
Next PC
Oh,
I
I-
build is going to run Linux.
Well, I'm running 11. I'm not finding any problems with it. It's perfectly fine.
Yeah. I don't think Sandra.
It's a security
Sandra
thing.
had it. Sandra had it already installed on her brand new computer, but I'm just very I guess I'm going to wait and see. Legatus Legion I says, is it ignorance or apathy that's destroying the world today? I don't know, and I don't really care. Words to live by, Legatus Legion I.
My question is, if you get Linux, is that a completely different animal than Windows, or are there any similarities?
It depends on what build you're going to be running. There are versions that are totally chaos and you don't know what you're doing unless you know code. And then there's versions that look basically just like Windows.
Ah, okay.
I know a buddy of mine has a PC with it's a version of Linux, but it looks and operates just like Windows XP.
Cool. I liked XP. Like, I've still got a computer here somewhere that has XP on it.
I got a few somewhere.
Oh, it's over there.
I dragged one out of the closet about a year ago and spent 4 months playing Carmageddon on it. Just because it was the last version of the game that I liked, and it was like the demo. So I was like 10 minutes at a time, and I played that thing for like 3 months solid.
Yeah, I built a Linux machine a long time ago. I was running Mandrite on it, and once I got everything configured, it was fine, but it wasn't very robust. Always trying to figure the GNU to run shell scripts was always a pain in the butt. It's like, I just want to use a word processor. Okay, you need to do this 42-page long steps and instructions, and reconfigure this and change that, and it's like, okay, and then it's like, oh boy, does this look crappy? But it's free. But it's free.
Yeah.
Free, you get what you pay for. Legatus says, which country's capital has the fastest growing population? Ireland. Every day it's Dublin. Dublin. Yeah. All right. Legatus is taking over the pun chores today. The pun chores today.
Well, somebody's got to do it.
Yep.
I thought I
State law.
Mm-hmm. It is the law in the pod.
Mhm.
So, oh dear. Okay, we have gone around the thing, and Yeah, we were supposed to have a interview today, and it fell through. But we, it's nice to have people here to uh, just have fun.
So would this be Just Cause Part 2 or the Just Cause prequel?
It's the Just Cause prequel, and actually, let's see. Next episode is episode 49, and our 50th episode will be the pilot forum next week, next Wednesday.
Ooh,
Yay!
excited.
We will
Now,
have.
is it just ladies or is it guys and ladies?
This time it's just going to be the guys. I'm giving the guys their turn. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yep. The week after, we're going to have the 99s on because their Air Race Classic is coming up.
Ah.
Yep. So.
So when it's all the guy pilots, Sandra will be in the background going, grumble, grumble, grumble.
She'll probably just say, "You guys are wrong. You guys are all wrong. This is how you do it." But yeah, I think grumble, grumble, grumble would probably be more apropos, Pudgy.
Yeah, then they'll do their own show with blackjack and service workers.
Yeah.
And they don't mean mechanics.
Yeah. Yes. What stays in Vegas, what goes on in Vegas stays in Vegas.
But sometimes it comes home with you.
Yeah.
Well, except for Lake Mead, you see what's happening with the water levels dropping.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're finding all the people that disappeared.
Well, let the bodies hit the beach.
Yeah. They're finding the workers from Hoover Dam.
Yeah.
And then Jimmy Hoffa washes up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's got to be a barrel there that says "Not Jimmy Hoffa."
There were workers for Hoover Dam. I thought it was a natural wonder of the world.
Well,
I'm kidding. I'm
Sort of.
kidding. I remember in that there was a line in that movie, My Fellow Americans, where the presidents get picked up by a family on the road in their station wagon. It's like, that there's Mount Rushmore, one of the 7 natural wonders of the world.
Facepalm. Guys. Was that a president or one of the kids?
It was their father. It was the kid's father. There's one of the natural wonders of the world. It's like Jack Lemmon or James Garner were the presidents in that movie, and they're both out of office. They're like, "You're kidding, right? You can't tell them that."
Makes you wonder.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh boy.
Oh, and I had a thought for you. Kind of Star Warsy thing.
Okay.
I found 2 things. Well, actually, I found one, and the other one was a thing on Facebook many years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But if you go to Google Maps and you type in Parkland High School in Allentown, Pennsylvania,
Yeah.
parking lot looks just like the outline of the Millennium Falcon. And it's weird, but it really does.
Well, let me take it.
If you're, again, on Google Maps, if you go to Steamtown, Scranton, or just Scranton, and you focus in on the roundhouse at Steamtown, the way it's laid out.
Okay, where? Parkland High School, where?
Allentown, PA. Yeah, the roundhouse at Steamtown, you look straight down at it. It looks just like that thing R2-D2 plugged into in the first movie when they were waiting for Luke and everybody to do their thing and kill the tractor beam. Again, very strange, but it's neat.
Maybe it was a random inspiration for it.
No, this came a long time after that.
Oh.
Because they only built this roundhouse in '96. It was I think there were 3 or 4 stalls remaining of the original, and then they built stuff onto it.
Okay, let's see. Parkland.
I know it will never happen because of the way that Hollywood is, but there was talk of a Spaceballs prequel, and it would be absolutely crazy fun if, as they were building Spaceball 1, they're installing the tractor beam,
Yeah.
and it shows one of the Spaceballs backing in a John Deere tractor, and then someone says, "What's that?" And he's like, "Well, it's the tractor. You said to install the tractor beam."
Yeah.
Wah, 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 wah.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. I think I found it. I think I found it, and here we go. Add marks, and Marks beat me to it. There you go.
Oh yeah, it was on mute when I said it.
Yeah.
There it goes. That's cool.
Ah, neat.
And the center of it, where there's just that little road, it used to be a little bit wider, so you had the 2 prongs of the front.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's see. Legatus is talking about his computer here. Yeah, that is so cool. Yeah, that is so
The other one is the Roundhouse at Steamtown in Scranton.
All right, let's see if I can find that one.
Welcome back, Tim the Enchanter.
Hello, Tim.
Hey, Tim.
Hello.
What? Okay, it is the Steam House.
Steamtown. And the Roundhouse. And
And the uppercut.
No, Pudgy, he's talking about something else. John's not getting into wrestling.
no, not at my age.
Let's see here.
Oh my goodness. John has the atomic Star Trek in a torture rack.
Whoa. Youch. All right, where? Okay, let's see. Oh, okay. Yeah, there it is. Let me do a share. Unless, let's see if I can beat Mark S.
beat me with what?
The Steamtown.
I missed that part. I missed that one.
Oh, wait, where is it?
Yeah, that's one of those things. The torture rack never really did anything, for wrestling. Now they're like, oh my goodness, they got them up on the shoulders. If you throwing them off the shoulders onto the mat would definitely hurt. Or if you went, if you didn't do it right, you could hurt someone's back. But it's like, okay, you know what? Just put them in the Cobra clutch.
There it goes. There it is.
Yep. Yeah, just zoom in on that, and you'll see it looks just like the thing.
Yep. Yeah, it does. I can see where R2 has put it in.
Wow, that's uncanny.
Yeah.
Some of the guys in the R2 Builders Club actually built those panels for their walls.
Yeah, I think those were just masonite, weren't they?
I'm not sure what the original materials were. They usually use styrene for those when they make them for home.
Uh-oh. Tim the Enchanter is back and better than ever. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't know, Tim. You got to catch up. I broke my finger last week. On the other hand, I'm okay. All righty. And here we go. The pun off. Justice is... God, I can't do a con, so never mind. Justice is a dish best served cold. If it were served hot, it would be just water.
Mhm.
Ay.
Yes.
Now that one was wrong, Sandra. That one was wrong.
Con!
Yes, Con. Con.
Cowball, can Pudgy have a Genesis device?
No Genesis device.
Unless it's a Sega Genesis device.
Yeah, the Sega Genesis.
With
What?
a Mega Drive.
Yeah.
That works too.
Why? What do you want a Genesis device for? Do not mirror Pudgy. You don't want to destroy anything. Do you?
Uh-oh.
No.
Okay. I don't know. That silence just made me worry that we were going to get an uninvited guest.
Oh no, there will be no return of mirror Pudgy. You know that thumb drive.
Yes, look up. No,
Uh-oh.
no. Hide, run. He's back. Uh-oh.
Oops.
Oh no. Pudgy is Pudgy's disappeared.
No.
No.
Not a good sign.
No. Oh, okay. Welcome back, Pudgy.
Oh boy, Pudgy. Wait, Pudgy, what are you doing? Stop.
Pudgy pushing buttons.
All right, you get over here right now. Okay. Now,
There. Whew. We dodged a bullet, I think. I hope.
Mhm.
Unless. Okay, let's see if I can do this.
There was ominous music. And now, the silence.
Yes. This interlude is brought to you by thedolphinwars.com.
.com.
.com. Let's see if I can do this right. I didn't get much luck with it last time.
Oh, it's a thing.
Can you hear the music?
I can hear it.
Yes, it is time for Mirror Pudgy. In Mirror Pudgy Universe, Scoop works for Disney and liked Rise of Skywalker. Mexican Iron Man works for Viacom CBS and has been able to extend Star Trek Discovery to season 12.
Highly illogical.
And Alex Kurtzman is always on Midnight's Edge as a special guest star. Ah, Kathleen Kennedy, she's been renewed for a 25-year contract at Disney. And she's been put in charge of Marvel. And we're up to Brie Larson and Captain Marvel 6.
Awesome.
Yep.
That's
He
pretty
is
good.
the dude.
Kathleen Kennedy is now a frequent contributor to.
Aha! Mirror Pudgy strikes and his silence marks 47. Wahaha!
He's back.
No!
You push the button to summon Mirror Pudgy.
I'm almost sorry I did.
Well, hello, everybody.
Hello, Mirror Pudgy.
Hello, Mirror Pudgy.
So, does everyone really like the ending for Picard season 12?
Not really.
I like
It hasn't
when
aired
the
in this
ending is
timeline.
fun.
We're okay.
I like that it's.
The best part is that now all the original canon characters are gone, and every single person is a person of something. There's no boys, there's no girls, there's no colors. Everything is just gray.
So what happened to the Wesley Crusher show there, Mirror Pudgy?
The best part about the Wesley Crusher show is that it's now shown every day at 6 p.m. They canceled the news in favor of 4 hours of Picard coverage.
Oh, the horror! The horror!
And coming up tomorrow, Doomcock and Kathleen Kennedy are going to be on the panel to discuss the finer points of episode 4 of Picard season 12, the Picardoning.
The Picardoning. Ooh.
In that episode, Jean-Luc Picard becomes Q and then demotes John Delancey to become R.
Well, at least he became an R, not an S.
Legatus Legionai asks, Mirror Pudgy, when are we going to get all those sexy uniforms for all in this universe?
As soon as Standards and Practices approves them. The biggest problem with doing costume design is not that we can't get it past the censors, because the censors work for Mirror Pudgy. Pudgy can have everything done to Pudgy specifications, but the biggest problem is some of the hedgehogs that need to help out with the formerly female actresses. Some of them don't want to play very well, so Pudgy has to motivate them. That way they bounce properly.
Here I thought it's because they just didn't fit in those uniforms.
No. Oh dear. Oh dear. Hello, Maddie's daddy. Welcome to the Mirror Pudgy invasion.
Hello there.
Hello.
All right. I need to snap. Put Mirror Pudgy back in his bottle.
Oh, yeah.
That doesn't work this time.
Oh no. What did he do?
Here, Pudgy has a new way of maintaining communication.
Yes.
That's right. The communication channel is still open.
I see that.
Reboot the computer. It's the only way.
Yes.
Sell the channel to Elon Musk.
Well, not to worry, because as we all know, Brie Larson is going to be in the next series of Star Trek. And it's going to be great because wait. No.
This is almost as good as the. This is almost as good as the Doomcock.
Yep.
Plot. getting having to fight off Pudgy. I mean, Harvey. Yeah.
Harvey nearly breaks out of his containment field. Yeah,
Yeah.
they've got to
Yeah.
remodulate the containment field.
Confuse the
power.
polarity. This is probably what happened here. The polarity has been confused.
That's okay. I've been confused for years.
Oh my gosh, Legatus Legionnaire.
Oh my God, Legatus. The Wesley
Can I read
TV
this?
show. The Wesley TV show. There is only one episode that is on a permanent loop, and that is when the Traveler brings Wesley back, Justice, where he is finally put to death for breaking the law. Yay!
Yeah.
That's good. Good to see you,
Anybody
Maddie
notice how
Carey.
he disappeared through a transporter, like a Discovery or a Strange New Worlds era transporter,
Mhm.
instead of that mini blind
Yeah.
fade out like he did in the series?
Yeah. I decided to tell the vacuum cleaner it's just gathering dust. Yep. Let's see. This square brought to you by. This square brought to you by the Dolphin War. Let's see. Let's do a song.
There it is.
This square brought to you by the dolphinwars.com. That's good. That's good. They must be still fighting out the off the Mirror Pudgy.
You can hear some action going on for a little while there.
I know. I see that. I hear that. If Mr. Spock has pointed ears, what the? I can't even finish it. Somebody else finish it for me. That's just wrong.
If Mr. Spock has pointed ears, what does Mr. Scott has? Engineers.
Oh, the pain,
Yep.
the horror.
Don't most of his engineers die regularly, though?
Yeah.
Yeah, they
And
just
Lord-
rule none later.
Mm. And the Lord said unto John, "Come forth, and you will receive eternal life." But John came fifth, and he got hell.
He ain't kidding.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, man.
I wonder what he'd get if he came in first.
I don't know. One must wonder. One must wonder.
I see a burb.
Okay.
Ah,
Oh, Cobalt. I see you. You there, Cobalt?
Okay, I think I got all the connection problems done. So
The genie-
for future reference, as long as Mr. Raymond does not put the Mirror Pudgy logo on the screen, Mirror Pudgy cannot be summoned.
Okay. Oh, so it's my fault, huh?
The logo must be an NFT, and its code actually connects to his universe.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. First, it was the USB thumb drive that Pudgy got in the mail and connected to the back of my computer.
Uh-oh.
So that's been removed and smashed and buried.
Okay.
And then I had the neighbor's dog go on it just to be safe. And then buried again.
Okay.
So the physical connection's gone. So there must be some sort of port in the firewall.
Ah.
That will require some further investigation. So in the meantime, double check your security settings, your antivirus, your firewall, and don't put that image on the screen for the rest of the stream, and we should be fine.
Okay. All right. I promise we won't have Mirror Pudgy up on over here. We'll just
For
have for now. Yeah. Real trekkers work out at the at the He's Dead gym. That's for the red shirt. That's for the red shirts.
Yep.
To be fair, all of these are better than Klingon jokes.
What was that, Mark?
You
I said,
crackled up.
to be fair, these are all better than the old Klingon jokes.
That's
Oh,
true.
yeah. Yes.
Oh. Dad, can you tell me what a solar eclipse is? Dad, no sun. Oh my.
Get it? Do.
Well,
Speaking of eclipses, did you see the Kentucky Derby the other day?
No.
80-1 long shot wins it. From all
Nice.
the way from the back. And I'm thinking, if I had just $1,000 then, I'd have $80,000 now.
Minus the
Yeah.
government's cut.
Mhm.
I wouldn't tell them.
Yeah. That had to piss off a lot of bettors.
Yep.
And made a few very happy.
Yeah.
There was the one guy, he just put down $2. He got 166 something.
Wow.
Uh,
Now, of course, this is the guy's 17 seconds of fame, because no way is he going to make the Triple Crown.
I don't know about that. That's what they said about Seattle Slew and what was the other one? Not Seabiscuit, although he was one. Secretariat.
Mhm.
Because Secretariat's Kentucky Derby, she came from way back
Mm.
and just blew it away. And then the next two races, well, the next one she did the same thing, though. Belmont, she come out just killing from the beginning. I think it was like 26 lengths she was ahead. 16 or 26.
Horse steroids.
Hey, now all natural vitamins
Yes.
and whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
Whiskey.
Yeah, it's one of the ways in the old days that the Kentucky Derby, the horse owners, you could juice an extra mile an hour out of a horse by giving them a couple shots of whiskey. Yeah,
Interesting.
it acts as a muscle relaxer.
Oh. Okay.
You know, that back in the old days when it was just, hey, let's give the horse some whiskey. Now it's like, okay, 47 drugs and 12 different chemicals injected, in the jockey's heel. It's like, no.
Used to do a lot of drugging in races. What was it like? It was like the 1908 or 1912 Olympics or something. There's the dude. Every single one of them was drugged, and they're all poisons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we got these guys are running on mercury.
Was it the one dude who was given strychnine?
Yeah.
It's clearly making him run faster. He looks dead. That's why he's running faster.
He's dead, Jim.
Yeah,
Talking about the Derby, there's a meme of a Chevy truck winning, and the driver says, "My Chevy identifies as a horse." I wouldn't be surprised, Legatus.
Was it the Babylon Bee had one a little while ago? It's a motorcyclist identify as just a cyclist. So he's like, I kept losing all the motorcycle races, so I started entering bicycle races. Now I realize I'm just a regular cyclist in a motorcyclist body.
Oh dear.
Yes, and I'm trans wealthy.
I identify as an A10. My pronouns are brr.
Brr.
And I put that on every paperwork. If it's available anywhere, that's what I put on it. If I can identify as something, that's what I put on there. Including government forms.
Yeah.
Brr.
I like the sound of that burp.
Someone I know has something a little different they identify as when they have to fill something like that out. They identify as an attack helicopter.
Works too.
Yeah. Yep. Nothing like the sound of an 8. nothing like a sound of an A10. I went to at a range at one of the bombing ranges once, and just saw it come in and just go boom. Brr. And they want to retire those things.
Well, they've been trying to retire them for what, 20, 30 years now?
Yeah.
And they just keep proving themselves to be more and more indispensable.
Mhm.
Well, you know why they want to retire them. Because the replacement model is 50 million apiece, probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's that.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of it's the asymmetrical warfare we've been dealing with for the last 40 years.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
You're dealing with enemies that don't actually have real armor, so you're better off with something that has a piston engine in it.
Yep.
Because I know one of the planned sort of replacements was like a turboprop powered machine for that purpose.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Makes you wonder.
Yeah.
And then there's those littoral combat ships that were supposed to be a modular ship where you could pull out one module for one type of mission and put in another module for another. It was supposed to take just a few minutes, and it ended up taking days. And they can't do maintenance on them because the maintenance is contracted to the manufacturer, who won't do it anymore because they don't support that system anymore. And it's nuts. And there's a bunch of them they're about to get rid of, and 6 more being built.
Mhm.
It's just, what are you people thinking?
I don't know.
They've fallen into that right to repair bug where so many companies try to make it as hard as possible to fix anything.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stinking John Deere.
Hello,
Yeah,
the
you're
lovely Sherry.
nuts soon with that.
How you
Yeah.
doing, the lovely Sherry?
Hello, Sherry.
Glad you can make it. Okay. Let's see. If money doesn't grow on trees, why do banks have branches?
Yep.
And Kirk, is that a woman? McCoy, damn it, Jim. I'm a doctor, not a biologist. Wait a minute. Isn't okay,
Sort of political.
No, isn't biologist part of the job of being a doctor? Come on. You got to know something about biology.
Well, unless you're a psychiatrist.
Details.
Yep.
Ah, hello, Casey.
Casey. Hello
How
there.
you doing, Casey? Glad you
Hello.
can make it.
And how does that make you feel?
A friend
Well,
is
I
a
feel the-
therapist, and he said
I
he
feel the couch.
never uses that word or that phrase. Like never, never ever use that phrase.
I feel fine Corinthian leather.
Yes.
Mm.
And it smells like fine Corinthian leather.
Denim and leather rise on together. It was you that set the spirit free. Oh
Saxon.
Oh,
yeah, gotta love
that's
Saxon.
Yep.
Saxon?
And I haven't heard them in so long.
Oh my
Yeah,
God, Saxon.
They're still out and about.
Oh,
I
yeah?
think they just put a new record out not too long ago.
Alice 314, Dallas 3 p.m. I think that's the name of it. Is a classic. Okay, I just had there's silence.
trying to think.
It's
either
about the
that
Kennedy
or,
assassination.
Yeah. Had to think about that.
Yeah.
They put out a lot of records over the years.
Yeah. Wow, they were big when I was in God, in the mid 80s. I mean, God,
Yeah.
that must be.
Yeah, part of the original new wave of British heavy metal bands.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep.
In fact, I remember an article in, I think it was Theater Crafts magazine. They did a big article on Kiss's stage show at the time, which was the Dynasty set. And in the same article, there was a picture of Saxon. I think they were opening up for them, and they had their gear on stage. That would have been about 1979, 1980, somewhere there.
Yeah.
That would have been a good show to see.
Yeah. And unfortunately, they didn't have a lot of people coming to the shows then. They lost a ton of money on that.
Did you hear about the guy who got hit in the head with a can of soda? He was lucky it was a soft drink. Didn't.
Yeah.
Legatus and Tim working hard. I'm a doctor, not Jim, not a doc. What?
Yeah.
I'm a doctor, Jim, not a doc. I don't get this one. Tim, you've actually baffled me on this one.
I'm a doctor, not a. Oh wait, I'll get.
I'm
right
a
on.
doctor, Jim, not a doctor. Oh, I'll get right on it.
Okay. All right. Okay. Must
Speaking
be
of Doctor, you guys familiar with the band UFO?
Oh yeah.
Well, it's strange. I found one of their videos from Strangers in the Night, the live album, and it was for Doctor, and
Doctor,
what's the other
give
one?
me the blues. I got a strange. Oh no, wrong person.
That's Robert Palmer.
Yeah.
It was one of the longer songs. God, I can't remember the name of it now. But I'm listening to this on YouTube, and it suddenly occurs to me, all modern music is garbage compared to this. And no computers and the production values were killer. The musicianship was killer. The song was great. And of course, Michael Schenker, you can't beat.
Yeah. His solo work is
Yeah.
great too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and look who there's putting into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I'm like, wait.
And the fact that there's rappers in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
When
They
they
let Run
won't,
DMC in before Deep Purple. Come on.
yeah,
Mhm.
when they won't put in Jethro Tull or Emerson, Lake and Palmer into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and put in rappers, Eminem, and stuff like that, I stopped going visiting the Rock Hall of Fame, and I lived there.
Music Hall of Fame. Just do what it is. That's what they're doing. Just Music Hall of Fame. Good enough.
Yeah.
Well, I think Paul Stanley had the right idea when he said the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is in the fans' hearts.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Well, I'm not 100% certain, but I think the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is either partially owned or it might now be wholly owned by Viacom CBS.
Oh no.
And
Yeah.
and if you think about that, because country music changed as soon as because a lot of the control moved from Nashville up to New York City, where MTV was.
Yeah.
So you've got to figure the same thing probably happened with the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Now, I eventually what's going to happen. If not already, and I think it has. That there's probably a R&B, rap Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
In that scenario, as well as I know, the Metallica and the other people are never going into that Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
Although it would be funny.
Well, they let Run DMC into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Theoretically, Aerosmith should be able to get into the Rap Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
And Limp Bizkit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Al Stewart should get in the rap.
Yeah.
Oh.
And that guy did it all for the cookie.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Chocolate Chunk, yeah.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Who's getting the warranty call now?
Okay. Hey, Pudgy's calling me.
What?
Pudgy's calling you?
He has a phone now?
Well, he's always had a phone.
That's his own phone now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay. Well, Pudgy apologizes. He cannot come back. There is a big to-do happening in the forest tonight.
Oh.
Ah,
What kind of to do?
He said it was something to do with the catapult, bunnies, and also a couple groundhogs got involved. So they're in the process of doing something along the lines of who can get across the river in one shot.
Oh dear.
I went in on that. That sounds fun.
Yeah. Should we have some ferrets join in?
could you imagine skipping a bunny across the river? Like
That
you would
poor
skip
bunny.
a stone?
Yeah.
Well,
It's
if
not
any,
impossible, but
He'd be confused and angry.
well, if anyone would know about the hydrodynamics of bunny rabbits, it's Jamie Lee from the Bunny Rescue.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true. With and Bunny Mom and Beth the Bunny Mom. They would
Yep.
know.
And of course,
So-
Raymond knows about the hydrodynamics of ferrets.
That's true.
Remember?
I mean,
the ferret would be pretty hydrodynamic.
yes. They're living slinkies.
Yeah.
They can move
bend-
with the
those
currents.
things, they
Yeah.
bend unnaturally.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like I
You're not
once said,
supposed to
they're
fold
like
that when you have a
Oh.
spine.
Uh-huh. You should
Yeah,
see them. It's like when I go upstairs, I say, "Clean up on aisle ferret." They're all over the place.
yeah, they're like eels with fur.
Yeah. Tim the Enchanter says it's stupid that Tina Turner isn't in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
I'll
Yeah,
give
she
her
would fit.
that one.
Yeah, but you know what? She gave up her citizenship and she's living over in Switzerland now to avoid U.S. taxes. So it's like, okay, she can wait.
Yeah.
Good point. Good point.
There is that too. But
But then it's
Alan away from her.
mhm.
Mhm.
But it's like most of the British people, the British bands were coming over here to get away from the English taxes.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because they were what 90% at one time.
Yeah.
That's
Ugh.
kind of extreme, ain't it?
Yeah, it is.
Well, the British tax system is completely different, because they use the value added tax system.
Yeah.
Which is not necessarily a bad thing. I did a paper on that if I were the king of the universe for a college course, what would I do? And I'd say I'd get rid of the income tax system and make it value added
Mm-hmm.
here.
We didn't have an income tax until 1913.
Mhm.
If only we could go back to that.
That's the thing about wars. You know,
That was before World War One.
that's true. That's true.
It's like they introduced the Federal Reserve Act, and on top of that, they tacked on the income tax so they could pay the Federal Reserve for the interest on the money that we're buying from them.
True.
And this segment is purely historical in nature. Again, it has nothing to do with financial or politics or religion.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Except
So
for all
yeah,
taxes are
for
legal.
YouTube, back off.
Yeah.
Now back onto the subject at hand, the hydrodynamic capabilities of bunny rabbits.
Yeah.
Oh boy. That would be. I think the ears would have some issues.
Yeah.
Depends how
Yeah,
they're
they
moving
might get
across
in
the
a
water.
in the wind.
Yeah.
Yeah, and right now Mark is like, oh my God, how did I get involved in this discussion?
No, I was just thinking we know of a way to genetically modify things to where the ears aren't a problem. You just beam a little serum into their eyeball while they're moving, and
We don't want to do that because that's what Jamie Lee had the surgery on.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, poor baby.
Yeah, we have the technology. We can rebuild her.
Yes.
Coming in 2023, the bionic bunny woman.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, and Pudgy can do the sound effects.
so the only bunny that I have experience with are the marshmallow variety. Like 25 years ago, I wrote a website called the Bunny Survival Tests. And on the surface, that doesn't sound too good until you remember that it's about the marshmallow version. And I mean, it was famous for years. It was in magazines and newspaper articles, but basically, it took the bunnies, and one of them I did try to drown, but it chewed itself in half to escape, to free itself.
Wait, did you also do the BTU test on the peeps?
I didn't do that one.
Yeah, yeah. Someone calculated the energy output whenever you would burn them.
Yeah, I've heard that one.
Well, my sister used to do peep jousting in the microwave.
Oh yeah, I got lots of emails about peep jousting. I got one from the Alvin team, that Alvin sub. They wanted to stick a couple in a plastic bag and take it down to like 2,500 feet below the surface to see how compressed it would get.
Yeah.
We don't
Crazy
advocate peeps abuse.
Oh no, I absolutely do.
Oh, okay. Peep abuse.
Yes.
There was
Hey, did you ever see the video where the guy sent a Twinkie into space?
No.
No.
Yeah, he connected. He had a Twinkie in a lunchbox, and then connected it to a weather balloon. And he got the balloon up to like 200,000 feet. Yeah, with a GoPro. So by the time I got that high, you could see the Earth, the curvature of the Earth. You could see the blackness of space, and then the balloon exploded.
Wow.
How can you see the curvature of something flat?
Oh,
No.
thank you. Thank you for reminding me. Thank you for
I was watching a
reminding me.
stream, and Nick Ricada the other night was going off on that, and I was like, he's serious, right? No, he's not serious.
Thank you for reminding me. I believe the Earth is flat because here's my hypothesis. We all know that the Earth is 70% water, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
But it's not carbonated.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, God. Tough crowd.
Carbonated. I'm having to run that through my head a few times.
Oh, I get
Oh yeah.
it.
It's a soda joke. Okay.
I get it.
Okay.
Yeah.
At one point in our history, the water was carbonated. That was sometime around the Great Dying, like the end Permian Triassic extinction event.
Yeah.
Like there was so much extra CO2 that the ocean actually got carbonated.
Planet Seltzer.
Yes, Planet Seltzer. Oh dear. I think on that note.
Which is chapter 4.
Wow.
Which is chapter
I
4 of
get
the
it
Dolphin
now.
Wars.
Yeah, chapter 4 of the Dolphin Wars.
Well, did you hear the joke about the guy who got fired from the soda pop factory?
No.
Well, the problem is he was the one that would put the soda in the cans. He found it soda depressing.
Yeah, the pain.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Snorter
and on
Pooper
that-
says. Snorter Pooper says that you can see the curvature on a round table, even though it's flat on top. I rest my case.
Same thing with a pizza.
Yeah.
Pizza.
Oh, pizza. It's too soon. It's Friday's pizza day.
Never too soon for pizza with pineapple on it.
Ew.
Pineapple pizza for the win.
There's a very specific reason the pineapple is better, because it breaks down the enzyme on your tongue. The enzyme in the pineapple breaks down something on your tongue, so you can taste the rest of the food better.
Okay.
Nah.
Wasn't aware of that.
Yeah.
I just like pineapple on pizza.
That science tip was brought to you by thedolphinwars.com.
Now, the real reason why you get pineapple or anchovies, for that matter, on the pizza is to ensure that nobody touches it, and then you'll have that pizza for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That's what my buddy Jody did with white pizza in the Navy. Is he had him put on extra thick garlic,
Ooh.
so nobody would take his pizza.
Oh, but I love garlic. I'd be taking his pizza.
Nobody would dare touch my pizza. I have to get it without cheese.
As long as
Isn't
you
that
have
called
ham
bread?
on with the pineapple or bacon. Okay.
Grilled
That's
chicken.
usually
Is
how I
good.
do it. Pineapple and bacon. That's how I do it.
Oh.
I've been getting grilled chicken lately. It's pretty good from Papa John's.
We don't have a
Pineapple.
Papa John's around here. It's
Yeah,
usually
they were expanding, and then they all started to go away whenever that guy went crazy.
Oh yeah, I've heard weird stories about him.
The fame got to him.
which one?
The
he's a-
founder, Mr.
Yeah,
Mr. Papa John himself.
Oh, the
Yeah.
owner of the company.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then there was that guy we won't mention from that sandwich company we won't mention.
Oh, that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what were those things from the Quiznos commercials?
We like the subs.
Strange mutants.
That was the weirdest commercial ever. It's like, hey, just get back to the hoagies.
Oh, but it got the job done. I mean,
We remember it.
I think it won awards.
Yeah. Too bad almost all the Quiznos went out of business.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Actually, I've been liking Fire. Oh God,
Firehouse subs.
Yes, Firehouse subs. Thank you, Cobalt. They make some good subs, and they go for a good cause.
I know the name, but I've never had them.
Oh, they're good.
Yeah, wasn't that the company founded by firefighters?
Yep. My first one I ate. I was in North Carolina. No, I was in. Was I in Georgia? I don't know. One of those streets. I think I was in Georgia. Yeah, I was in Georgia when I had my first one. It was good. And then they put one up near where we live here, and it's good.
There's a bar or restaurant in New York City called Suspenders that was also founded by New York City firefighters. And I'm
Okay.
told that was really good. I've never been there myself. I won't go to New York.
Neither will I.
You know, I like breathing.
Yeah.
I have a toilet in my house. I don't need to pay to go visit one.
Good point.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Well, that's for the very same reason I won't go to. They've got that Ticonderoga up there where they built the Enterprise set. I won't go to New York despite the fact I'm a Trekkie. I will not go to New York to see that.
Yeah.
Oh, I went to New York City once, and I went to Washington, D.C. once. I never need to go back.
Yep.
Oh, the DC area is so bad to drive in.
Oh, yeah. All those stupid
Yeah.
circles.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's what you get when you let a French person design a city.
True.
Let's
Do
do
that.
circles.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I
Usually
no
end up
longer
in the DC area like once a year.
the Baltimore Beltway.
I was never so glad when I left DC, left my job in DC for the last time and got a job closer to home. I was like, party.
Yeah.
Oh my God! I have an extra $200 in gas money. What do I do? Sandra's like, I have an idea.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Let's buy ferrets.
Let's buy ferrets. Let's buy Snoopy. Some more treats. Sandra said, my first time driving in DC, I was 16. I hate driving there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Well,
got a cousin who
drove.
lives there, so he usually drives when I go visit him.
I drove Sandra, her daughter, and her grandson down to DC to do the sites, and I got a freaking traffic ticket.
Mhm.
Yeah, freaking traffic ticket.
That's what you get for being a good driver in that area.
Yeah, true. True.
I thought Illinois drivers were bad. Holy cow, they're bad. They're worse there.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I asked a French man if he played video games. He said, "Oui."
Nah,
Oh dear, oh dear.
I have a box of broken Wii's sitting in my workshop. Picked them up at MGC for like nothing.
Wow.
That was like 7 Wii's, 2 PlayStations, a bunch of controllers. It was all like $50.
That's
I
not
got
bad.
2 of them working already, so I'm doing good.
Cool.
How much did they cost when they were new?
Just about.
Snorter
Yeah.
Poopus Q Burr says, I grew up just outside of DC. Wouldn't go back to live, but like to see some old haunts. I wonder how they would handle seeing a big old polar bear walking through the streets of DC.
I'm down to test that theory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, Snort. Let's do it.
We'll take Amtrak. Go to Union Station.
Yeah.
Be fun.
Yeah. Oh, dear.
Aren't polar bears the one that there's no rhyme for? What is it?
Yeah.
If it's black, fight back. If it's brown, stay down. I think it's just if it's. I don't think there's any rhyme for it. You just flat out die.
Like,
Yep.
Yeah, polar bear is your.
Good flight, good night.
Whoa, we got the censor.
Yep.
mhm.
Yep, we just got our T rating.
Yeah. Yeah. Censor blankie.
Hey, we're allowed to swear. There's no hedgehog present.
That's true.
We can
Well,
go
I
all the way. We can go all the way up to TVMA if you want.
Whoa.
And Sandra's like, no way.
No, this is a no swear zone. Snorter Poopa says they'd probably try and stick me in the
Smithsonian.
Smithsonian, and Sandra says, "Sounds right. You'll just die."
Yeah. I
Those
do like the
Smithsonian would be
Smithsonians.
fun.
I'll be good. Just don't play Coach's no song.
Yeah. Oh well.
I learned more on one trip to the Smithsonian than I learned in the whole of high school.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah, I like the Smithsonian. One of these days, I got to go to Udavar Hasty. I got to check that one out.
Museum hopping. That's what I do when I go visit my cousin there. I
Check
like
out
museums.
Oh, okay.
Then we drive his mom crazy because we'll spend all day in the museums.
Yeah. Okay. Well, guys,
What?
I am so glad we had this fun time together. This is the prequel to the Just Cuz is coming Saturday.
Cool.
I don't know. Well, we never know what's going to happen, so we'll figure it out when we get there.
It'll be entertaining. We know that much.
Thank
Yes.
you, Ann. Thank you, Lenron. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So, let's as John Randall and I also say, this has been a Semper Gumby version of Just Cuz, and as we say, usually anything happens, usually does. We've had the visit from himself, and we'll have to make sure that I don't put the logo back up there.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, no logo and don't mention the name.
Yes. He is what
Yes.
he is. Okay, this is the new law. We cannot say we have to spell out the old woman's name, and we cannot say the other other name.
Wait a minute. They aren't cross-connected, are they?
I don't know.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I don't know. I'll have to ask Wendy Webb. Legata says, before you needed a passport to enter the U.S., I traveled via rail from Toronto to New York City. Had 2 hours to wait before my connection train to D.C. I went and saw and felt so sterilized. Yeah. I agree totally, Legatus Legionite.
Dang.
That was a good trip.
That is a heck of a trip.
Mhm.
All right.
And
So
that ding was a reminder that the show is about to end.
yeah,
Ding.
betting from a
Ah.
thing that goes ding. Okay, so let me start doing the show notes, and then we shall We shall bid adieu to the fine people in the chat. This Saturday is just cause. We'll figure something out. We usually do. We will have fun. Next, a week from today, the 18th, our 50th episode. Yay!
Woo!
We will have the pilot forum with the following esteemed guests. We will have Scott. All four of these people are pilots. We will have Scott Florick, Rich Judy, Gary Smith, and Bill Whittle.
Arr.
I am
Yes.
excited.
Yes.
Oh, wait, you said pilot, not pirate.
No, pilots.
I mean, I do spend a lot of time on the high seas, but
Yeah. So we will be having a pilot forum next week in honor of our 50th episode. On the 25th, we're staying along the pilot theme. We're going to have the women again. The 99s Women Aviation organization started way back from Amelia Earhart. Lynn Kaywood will talk about the Air Race Classic that's coming up in June. On June 1st, we will have Dillard Draws. And on the 8th, Anti-Derivative Jill and myself will talk DS9. The theme of that discussion will be bromances and frenemies. Yeah, I think you can guess who we're going to be talking about there.
Yep, frozen yogurt.
So let me thank the esteemed panel, Cobalt and Pudgy, of course, and make sure Pudgy doesn't the bunnies don't cause too much damage in the forest. And tell Pudgy good night for us, Cobalt.
Okie.
Yep.
Thank you for inviting us, Raymond.
Oh, always glad to have it. Always glad to have you too. Mark's 47. Thank you very much for coming. Do you have a channel we can plug?
No, just my username will get you there. There's nothing there.
Okay. All right.
Although I don't know, the Mexican Iron Man lightsaber fight from ICCCon was pretty good.
I saw that. That was cool.
Just see the after fight interview.
Okay. Lenrod, good to have you here, buddy.
Always fun to be here.
Good. Glad you were here. Captain Fandom Nerd, always a pleasure to have you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Glad you can make it here. Please put Sandra's got your channel, so
Yes.
she's been putting it out there. So what you got coming up?
Well, I do have a morning brew coming up tomorrow morning at 7 Central.
Okay.
That's too early. Sleep is a must.
I'm working.
Watch the replay.
One day I'll come on. One day I'll try to come on one of your morning brews.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Faz. Thank you for coming, buddy.
My pleasure, Raymond, as always. And it's good to be with all you guys.
Yeah, it's always fun to have everybody here. And of course, the chat. For which we wouldn't have this. First off, the Wrench team, Legatus Legion I, Philo. Glad you're here. Of course, John was in the panel, so all I got to do is to bid adieu to a certain. Sort of Pupas! Cuba. Night, buddy. Keep the faith. And then Sandra as the amazing Wrench Wench. Thank you, honey. Thanks for giving me all the little notices in the cell phone, making sure I'm doing the job. And then our chat. We had a big crowd tonight. Always feels good when we have a big crowd. And makes me feel good, makes me realize what we're doing here is some good stuff. Comic Relief Crusader, thank you. We had PJ from Warville Nation, getting closer, buddy. We had Tim the Enchanter, our pun meister. We had Dave. How you doing, Dave? And we had Tiger Stripes come in. I think she had some internet problems, but she was here for a bit. Maddie's daddy, how are you? I'm glad you can make it, and give Maddie a hug for us. And of course, the lovely Sherry. How glad you can make it tonight. And of course, Casey Osowski. Hope you're doing well, Casey. And we're still trying to check out your site.
Hearts are with.
It's the petdepot.com. What was that, John?
Our hearts are with him.
Yes, always. Our
Yep.
hearts are with Casey. All right. So, everybody, you all have a good night. We'll see you Saturday.
Yep.
Think of some nutty news stories so we can have a good nutty news story or news show. Everybody be safe for the rest of the week. And let's continue to make some waves. You all have a great night and see you Saturday.
I do the wave, but I don't have a camera.
Well, that's okay. We got water here.
This segment is brought to you by TheDolphinBoys.com.